Hi, everybody, and welcome into the Cougar Sports Network as we get ready for men's college basketball action in the Western State Conference South Division. LA Valley College and College of the Canyons here from Lee Smelser Court at the Cougar Cage. I'm Matt Robinson, happy to have you along with us as always here on the Cougar Sports Network, with COC trying to snap a 7-game slide. They've lost all 7 conference games so far this year, sitting last in the WSC South. They've been close in a lot of games. They just have not been able to get above their head above water in those games. They lost the other day to Santa Monica in a tight game. They had some opportunities against some other squads. They had West LA in a tight game late before losing to them. So still trying to find their first conference win of the year. 0-7 for the first time since 2015 and 2016. 2015-16 season when they went 0-14 in conference play. 7-14 on the year. Taking on an LA Valley team coached by Virgil Watson. 6-12 right now, 2-5 in the WSC South, in 6th place as we are underway. Opening tip controlled by neither side. We'll do it again. LA Valley, coached by Virgil Watson, as we said, they're starting with Caden Porter, Yah Humphrey, Khalil Forrester, Zion Lee, and Corey Blunt, as they will start with the basketball in their black uniforms, moving to our right here in the first half. Monarch green and gold trimming the uniforms. As a jumper off the start from Forrester, no good. And College of the Canyons in those yellow uniforms we've seen all season, moving back the other way. COC starting with Jacob Gonzalez, JT Barnett, Jeremiah Walker, Jonah Alfara, and Andrew Ezenwa, the starting 5 for the Cougars. Here's Gonzalez, the sophomore guard. Will dump it off to Barnett on the far wing. Works it inside to Ezenwa, the freshman from Golden Valley. Spins off a body, puts up a little short jumper with the right hand, and it's good. Canyons has a 2-0 lead. Kind of seen this from COC. They'll get off to decent starts. They'll have leads at points in time during this 7-game slide, but they just can't finish. They get a steal here. Gonzalez takes it, 3-on-1 for Canyons. Walker dumps, Barnett off the window, no good. Barnett got his own rebound, puts it off the window again, and it's in. So back-to-back buckets for COC, that time the defense creating offense. Barnett has his first bucket of the ball game, and it's a 4-0 Canyons run here early on. Three-pointer on the way, Humphrey, no good. Canyons will let that one run out of play. So Canyons will go back to work offensively here. Barnett, a 3 on the way, short, no good. Canyons able to get the offensive rip, and they'll try to go back to work on the offensive side. COC has been a decent rebounding team this year. Top 30 in reboundings. A lot of that due to Jonah Alfara, who right now is the state leader in rebounds. Barnett will put this one on the floor. Off the window, no good. Back the other way on a 2-on-2 comes LA Valley as they try and work in transition. But Blunt dribbled it off his foot and out of play. It'll be Canyons basketball. Talking about for COC, the offense, or the rebounding has been good for most of the year for College of the Canyons. And like we said, it's really been the Jonah Alfara show on the glass. Right now for Alfara, number 1 in the state in defensive boards, number 1 in the state in total rebounds with 244 coming into today as Barnett airballs and will go the other way. He's 2nd in the state in rebounds per game at 11.1. He's been leading Canyons in rebounding all season this year and leads the team in points as well with 15.5. So he's the one to watch for COC. On the other side for LA Valley, it's really been Corey Blunt driving the ship. Yah Humphrey averages 13.5, but Blunt 15.75 rebounds and an assist per game. Shoots 47% from the field, 33% from 3. As he's kind of found his game a little bit. Had a 3-game streak with under 10 points, but snapped that against Bakersfield. Had 25 in the first meeting against Canyons to go along with 8 rebounds in the ball game. He's 21st in the state in minutes per game as he averages 32.2 minutes. Valley out in a full court press, going to force Elfar to bring it up the floor. He's going to lead the rush and back it off for Gonzalez. Gonzalez working offensively. Now Walker. Walker off the Azenwa screen, moves back towards the screen, steps into a 15-footer that's no good, too much on it. Zion Lee with the board. Forrester will bring it up ahead. He'll spin it off onto the far side to Humphrey. Humphrey, who averages 13.5, 3 rebounds, and 2.4 assists, is fouled that time by Walker and then throws the ball all the way down the floor. So it'll be Valley basketball. Here's Blunt. Got it inside Porter. Back up top three-pointer Forrester. LA Valley has their first points of the ball game. A 3 from Forrester. The Monarchs this year just 29% from 3. That's 82nd in California. No good from Gonzalez. Offensive rebound Alfara, and Canyons will go back to work. Barnett dumps it. Azenwa, little baby hook in the lane is good. Azenwa with 4 here early on. Andrew's only been in double figures once this year. That came against Citrus. Putting in some good minutes early on. Here's Forrester. Trying to play it back to Porter. Porter stops his dribble, got it to Blunt. Blunt trying to drive against Azenwa, gets to the foul line and knocks down a jumper. It's a good shot from Blunt that time, as he spun away from Azenwa and was able to knock it down. Canyons back into their half-court offense. Walker back up top to Alfar at the foul line, drove, and they're going to say it's a jump ball possession arrow, College of the Canyons. LA Valley goes with Andrew Angulo to take over for Porter. Monarchs were all the way down, a couple of the Monarchs were all the way down on the other side of the floor, including Corey Blunt. Canyons will get a 3 from Barnett off the inbound play. Barnett, who averages 15.3, shoots 34% from the floor, has found his rhythm once again, 6 straight games with 10 or more points. So he had 10 against Santa Monica to keep that streak alive earlier this week in a game the Cougars lost by a pair, but had an opportunity to win the game. They'd come back from down by 10 and had a 10-point lead themselves at one point, but just could not close it out. 5 for Barnett here early on. 3 is good with a hand in his face. Blunt with a good closeout that time, but Barnett not deterred. He's got 8. 12-5 Canyons. Here's Angulo for 3, rattles in and out. Barnett the rebound, and the Cougars will go back the other way. Barnett this time gets it to Alfara from the block, backs his man down, lays it off the window. As Zion Lee didn't have an answer that time for Alfara. Canyons now on a 14-5 run to open up. Virgil Watson going to call a full timeout here as he wants to talk about it with his squad. The Cougars up by 9, 14:30 to go here in the first half from Lee Smelser Court at the Cougar Cage.
College of the Canyons is always ready when it comes to your athletic future. With 17 intercollegiate sports programs to cheer for, opportunities for student athletes to learn, train, and compete, and a championship mindset that has produced state and national titles, College of the Canyons and the Cougars athletics programs offer a great college experience. Take control of your athletic future at College of the Canyons. Visit canyons.edu/schedule and cocathletics.com now.
Little Rocky theme playing out on the floor right now. A little nod to Carl Weathers, who passed away yesterday. Of course, Carl Weathers of Rocky fame. Apollo Creed, also of Happy Gilmore fame, Chubbs Peterson. as Happy would say. I guess that Gator finally finished off the job. We'll miss Carl as we go back to work here. Of course, Carl, a former Raider, so Jesse Munoz, our SID, of course, the soft spot there. So LA Valley will go back to work offensively. Humphrey, a 3 is good, and they get back within 6. Just a little fun fact on Carl Weathers as well. Actually played football for Long Beach City College. Team here in the 3C2A. We've seen Long Beach City College in football a number of times. They're part of the National Northern Division in football, which is what COC plays a part of. It's a 16-8 lead now as Alfaro with another bucket. There's LA Valley working the ball around. Nice little in-rhythm jumper that time from Corey Blunt. Blunt now has 4 to lead the Monarchs. Barnett with 8 to lead the Cougars. 13.5 to go, a 6-point ball game, 16-10. Barnett's been doing more, bringing the ball up the floor, trying to work with the ball in his hand. Roz Orbach back in the game for the first time since January 13th. Alfaro's jumper no good. Good to see Rosbach out there. He hurt his knee, was kind of fighting off something, missed quite some time, but back out there for Canyons. As he took over for Azenois. Baptista in there for Walker out of the break. Valley just staying around the perimeter here. Gonzalez trying to close out. Good closeout by Gonzalez that time on Blunt. Blunt at 6'3", Gonzalez at 6 foot. Blunt can rise up pretty well. And Gonzalez, he's shown that ability himself to rise up. Get some blocks on the defensive end. Barnett, no good. Orbach, the offensive rebound off the window. Canyons with an 8-point lead. Blunt able to get around Alfaro, and then a blocking foul called on Canyons. So count it and the foul. Fouls goes against Orbach. Jeremiah Walker will check back in. Blunt, a 69% foul shooter, knocks it down. So he finishes off the 3-point play, give him 7 to the ball game. Lead back down to 5. Here's Baptista. Out of Barnett. Canyons leading by 5. Good pass inside to Baptista. Barnett gets an assist on that one. Good offensive set that time for College of the Canyons. Baptista puts one in. Only averages 5 points a game this year. His season high was 24, but that came all the way back in the first game of the season against Barstow. So Canyons still trying to figure out a way to get him going here late in the year. Valley, Angulo drives, dumps. Humphrey, little runner in the lane is good. Foul against Angulo. 3rd team foul on LA Valley. Still a 5-point Canyons lead. Mason Savory getting up off the bench. Barnett, good vision that time. Humphrey had his back turned on the play. Orbach gonna check out. I haven't seen that one in a long time, but Barnett, seeing that Humphrey had his back turned, bounced it right off his shoulders, got it and put it in. Uncontested. Now he pulls down a rip. Barnett already with 10 points in the ball game. Give him 4 rebounds. He dishes far side. Baptista inside Alfara. Alfara lost it, was stripped, tied up, jump ball tie-up, possession arrow LA Valley. As it'll be Monarch basketball as Khalil Forrester able to rip it away. Indians up by 7. Follow-away jumper, Humphrey, no. Barnett give him another rebound. Now he's got 5. Ahead to Baptista, trying to dump it inside quickly to Alfara, but it goes off fingertips. Monarchs back the other way. Humphrey trying to draw contact, could not miss. Inside rebound, put back chance, no from Blunt, and then Barnett going to be called, or excuse me, it's going to be Walker, I think, going to get called for a foul as he knocked down Angulo. Might go against Mason Savory. Nope, going to go against Jeremiah Walker, going to be his second, so it's going to get Gonzalez up off the floor. Angulo 57% from the floor. Barrera up off the bench for LA Valley as well. Angulo misses both. So in the end, it's a good foul from Walker. Keeps the lead at 7. 10.5 to go here in the first half. Gonzalez back into the game to Baptista up top. Drops it for Barnett. Barnett gonna step into a 3 that's short. And it'll go out of play, so it'll be LA Valley basketball. Remember, women's basketball up after this one. Lady Cougars in action, trying to keep pace with the top teams in the WSC South. 5-2 so far in the year, taking on 4-3 LA Valley, who's trying to catch COC. Airball that time from Blunt. It's an important matchup between those two teams, as they're both right around 500. LA Valley 11-10, COC 12-9. And you can get yourself a potential playoff spot as the 3 seed in the WSC South because of how traditionally good it is, how deep it generally is. As Baptista knocks down a 3, he's got 5 points. And the Cougar lead is now 10. So again, that women's game very important later on this evening, 5 o'clock the scheduled start. We hope you join us for that one. Another miss by the Monarchs. The Cougars back the other way. 3-pointer from Baptista is no good. Then Baptista able to get back defensively and block Humphrey. And then Humphrey throws it away as Barnett gets a steal. Has Alfara with him. Had it poked out from behind by Porter. But it'll stay with Canyons. Cougar bench fired up here. The defense playing well. Monarchs with the body up off the table. Zion Lee checking back in. Will take over for Angulo. Baptista driving off the inbound. Euro step off the window, gets the roll. Little finger roll good there from Baptista. Canyons now with a 12-point lead. We've seen this before from COC. To be the bearer, not to be the bearer of bad news, but now the question is, can they capitalize and continue? They get another takeaway. Gonzalez to Baptista. Alfara from the foul line, trying to spin in the lane. Dumps it back out. Savory thought. Now he spins, tries to drive baseline. Kicks it back out. Baptista will put up a 3, and it's good. Baptista with a couple of 3s. He's got 10 in double figures for the first time in a while is Baptista. And Canyons is up by 15. 30-15 with 8:13 to go. Barnett steps in the lane. He gets a steal. Drives. Couldn't finish with 2 hands, though, as he could have just laid it off the window. Instead tried to dunk and was just a touch short. Back the other way, LA Valley trying to get to work offensively. Canyons outside of their rotation. They leave open Barrera for an open three. Scratch that, Humphrey for an open three, and he knocks it down. Back to a 12-point lead. That that Barnett thing doesn't seem like a big deal, but even those little plays may come back to haunt you as games go on, so the Cougars want to clean that up. Here's Alfaro, reverse layup, no, but Savory, the tip drill back in off the rebound. Canyons will take them right now as they lead 32-18. Barnett with 10, Baptista with 10, Alfaro Ezenwa with 4. Orbach and Savory with 2 is a 3 from LA Valley, no good, as Lee tried for it. Remember, this is a Monarch team that is not a good three-point shooting team, but now find themselves trailing by 15. You've kind of forced them into that. Still lots of time left in the ball game, though, so don't need to panic quite yet. Here's Baptista trying to force a pass. Got lucky as Savory able to pick it up. He'll put up a 3 and rattles it in. 35-18, Canyons out in front. And a timeout called by LA Valley as Virgil Watson wants to tuck things over once again. Savory with his first 3 of the ball game. He's got 5. 35-18, College of the Canyons timeout on the floor.
At Jersey Mike's, watching them freshly slice your sub is the coolest thing you'll see. And the second coolest thing you'll see is this.
Woo! Here we go. Twirl. Up, dip, hand down. One hand, up. Up. Flip. I could eat. Sliced right in front of you. The Jersey Mike's thing. A sub above.
LA Valley trailing 35-18 with the basketball. So they get a fresh body in there, and Justin Watson, he scores, and Howard Fisher, not happy, immediately calls a timeout. And he's going to make a substitution here and talk things over with his team. Just a 30-second timeout. Did not like the way that set came out of the timeout, as LA Valley got a very easy bucket for Justin Watson. We'll see Deshaun Harold check in. I don't think I've seen a fast timeout from Howard Fisher like that all season after a timeout on the other side. The Cougars have been rolling 35-20, up by 15. I think it was the defensive rotation from Logan Gomari that drew the ire of Coach Fisher, asked him to have a seat. The Cougars talk things over for a second with him and kind of get him dialed back in. So we see Deshaun Harold for the first time today. Harold coming off another 10-point game. Had a nice night the other night against Santa Monica. 14 points, 4 rebounds, 2 assists. In the loss, Savory. Good work down low from Savory, able to score. And then Watson, uncomfortable, got caught in the nose, I think, on the fight for the loose ball on the rebound. And that's going to draw athletic training staff out. So Zenwa will check back in as they check on Justin Watson here. Watson unhappy. And so we'll step aside here for a second. So we come back in. Justin Watson checking back out. Medical staff checking on him. LA Valley will go back to work with the basketball here. Trailing by 17. Canyons with 37-20 lead. 6 minutes to go. Here's Blunt, who's slowed down a little bit after 7 points early on. Humphrey tried a runner that was no good. Good contest that time from COC. And now Ortega, who's into the game, will run the point for the Cougars. Sends it Harold. Now to Savory. Near side. Ortega had an open look, but instead thought better of it. The Cougars trying to work the ball around the perimeter here. Savory, good shot from the elbow, knocks it down. When Mason Savory gets going, he can be a difference maker for COC. It's just been kind of a struggle. Snapped an 8-game streak of under 10 points against Santa Monica, so maybe starting to come out of it. Was fighting a little bit of an injury at one point in time. So he missed some time, as that's a nice shot from Porter on the other side. For Savory, 19 points, 8 boards, 2 assists against Santa Monica. Average is 11 points a game. With just consistency has been the name of the game with him at times this year. And when you're fighting off injuries, that can sometimes be an issue. Here's Gonzalez to work for COC. Ortega back up top, Gonzalez, 10 to shoot. Gonzalez driving, drawing contact, and will go to the line. And Gonzalez kind of rolling around, but looks like he's all right. So Gonzalez goes to the line, 68% foul shooter this year. Makes the first. Chance to get it to a 19-point lead. Misses on the second. Harold nearly able to steal the offensive rebound. They say it's out off of Harold. I'm not sure that call's correct. I think that ball was dribbled out by LA Valley, but nonetheless, it's Monarch basketball. Howard Fisher wasn't happy, but gave Deshaun some love as he ran back up the floor, said good hustle. We'll live with the result. Canyons gets a stop. Chance to make it a 21-point lead, no. As Savory missed on 3, but Azenwa the offensive rebound, and the Cougars out rebounding LA Valley by 8 right now. Azenwa at the block near side. Got it to Savory. Savory with 10, spinning. Stops, dumps, Gonzalez, runner fouled, he'll go to the line. It's good work, lots of motion that time from COC. This is the best I think we've seen the Canyons offense look all year in terms of ball movement, not forcing things, and creating opportunities, not necessarily taking a bad shot, looking for something and using the shot clock, and you see the 42 or the 40-22 result with Gonzalez back at the line. First is good from Gonzalez, lead 19. Elfara and Barnett checking in to take over for Azenwa and Harold. Gonzalez makes them both. It's a 20-point Canyons lead, 42-20 right now. Or 42-22. Angulo, 18-footer, no good. Barnett the rebound, wants to drive it ahead. Canyons trying to run fast break. Elfara missed trying to sprint down. Thought he got pushed from behind, but did not get the call. Still like it from COC, the willingness to push the pace when they see the opportunity. Good closeout by Savory. A missed 3 from Humphrey, but an offensive board. A foul line jumper, but Angulo was blocked by Barnett. Came to Blunt. Blunt against Ortega, backs him down as he hopped into the lane and cuts the lead back down by 2. Now Canyons turns it over again. Blunt driving again, lays it in. 4-point swing for LA Valley. Gonzalez working to his left. Sends it Alfara. Gets two bodies against him, but still finds a way to finish. Alfara now with 6. Canyons back up by 18. 2.5 to go. Cougars have stretched it out. Trying to keep it stretched out. Angulo will work it around. Humphrey for LA Valley with 8, trying to drive against Savory. Found Angulo, tried to finish hard, no, as Alfara was there to alter, and then Gonzalez the other way gets the roll on a little runner on the fast break, and Canyons with a 20-point lead once again. 30-second timeout called by Virgil Watson. 1:58 to go here in the first half, and the Cougars playing good on both ends of the floor here early on. 30-second timeout, we'll step away. Point Canyons advantage. Cougars have been solid on both sides of the floor here early on. Trying to keep that going here with under 2 minutes to go in the first half. Monarchs play catch around the perimeter here. Humphrey will set it up to Blunt. Blunt trying to create for himself. 2 really big steps into the lane and able to finish around Gonzalez. Blunt starting to heat up. He's got 11 now. Make it 13. Baptista trying to work it in Alfara. Now 10 to shoot for Alfara. Spins into a couple of bodies and he draws a foul. It's going to be Blunt. First he spun right into Caden Porter, almost knocked him over. Blunt trying to slide over to help. He gave the foul to Porter. Alfara 57% from the line. That was a good shot from Jonah that time. Jonah, at times has looked really good from the line, as times has struggled. That's maybe the one thing that he does not do well in his game. He does get to the line a lot. He just sometimes has some issues, and you saw it there, kind of just rattled around. But has been getting better from the foul line. Tip rebound, Canyons comes away with it as Orbach had it, dribbled out of some trouble, dropped it Gonzalez. So it's a 19-point advantage. Canyons will get it inside. Alfara, good pass to Orbach, and then Orbach fouled. They gave the foul to Humphrey for trying to defend from behind, and that's going to send Raz Orbach to the line, 79% foul shooter this year. No good with the left hand on the first. Canyons 4 of 7 from the line here early on. LA Valley's only 1 of 3, only been to the line 3 times. Orbach makes the second. Lead back up to 20. 53 seconds to go here in the first half. Good to see Justin Watson back out there. Sends it far side. Blunt takes his time into a 3, no good. But then Orbach couldn't save the rebound. So Canyon's going to be forced back to play D. Watson with a bandage across the nose, so maybe that was the problem, kind of cut the bridge of the nose. Gonna try and play through it. Good inbound to Angulo, who finishes off. Canyons up by 18, trying to push ahead here. Gonzalez guarded tightly. It's Forrester staying right with him. Now Baptista. Good pass to Barnett, cutting. Barnett trying to finish, no. Couldn't get his own rebound. And then a foul called on Canyons as Porter will get to the line with 14.3. Porter 69% from the line, misses on the first. He's only had 14 foul shots this season, made 9 of the 14. Only 9 points for Caden Porter in the last 3 games. Has 2 here today. Make it 3 as he makes the second of 2. Mason Savory back in. Gonzalez coming off the floor. Barnett will bring it up the floor for COC. Trying to draw contact against Watson, who's staying right with him, and Watson going to be called for the foul. As it'll be a 1-and-1 here for Barnett. Barnett 58% from the line. Important 1-and-1 here for COC late in the first half. Lead back up to 18 with 6.2 to go. And you say they're up 18, why is this important? It's just any points you can get for COC right now, it seems this season, you'll take. So lead 19, LA Valley trying to get a late one. Good block by Orbach as he's able to swat away Blunt after Blunt got him in the air. Defense coming up big here in the first half for COC. 50-31, the Cougars out in front as we'll take a halftime break here from Lee Smelser Court at the Cougar Cage.
College of the Canyons is always ready when it comes to your athletic future. With 17 intercollegiate sports programs to cheer for, opportunities for student athletes to learn, train, and compete, and a championship mindset that has produced state and national titles, College of the Canyons and the Cougars athletics programs offer a great college experience. Take control of your athletic future at College of the Canyons. Visit canyons.edu/schedule and cocathletics.com now.
Jersey Mike's, watching them freshly slice your sub is the coolest thing you'll see. And the second coolest thing you'll see is this.
Woo! Here we go. Twirl. Up, big two. Hand down. One hand. Up. No. Flip.
I could eat.
Sliced right in front of you. The Jersey Mike's thing. A sub above.
Meet Nigel Terry. In 2018, UCLA Health made him Laker for a day. Not because he beat cancer once, he beat cancer twice. He inspired us to push, to make the impossible possible. Because that's what Nigels do. And the world needs more Nigels. UCLA Health.
At College of the Canyons, we're always here to help make your future remarkable. Choosing classes is always flexible, so you can study your way. Learn at one of our 2 state-of-the-art campuses, or from home with our online options. Tuition is always affordable, with classes starting at just $46 per unit. We offer financial aid and 0 textbook cost classes to help you save. Always flexible, affordable, remarkable. Always College of the Canyons. Visit canyons.edu/schedule now.
Our sports medicine program here at College of the Canyons is meant to introduce students who are interested in some type of career in sports medicine. Most of my students are interested in careers as an athletic trainer, physical therapist, or orthopedic surgeon. So when they're done with our program, they will have their Associates of Science. Do you love sports? And do you take satisfaction from seeing someone go from injury all the way back to the sport that they love? Then this is a program you should definitely consider.
At Jersey Mike's, they freshly slice your sub right in front of you, which takes some training.
Rising up, bread's on the sheet. Did my time, took out my toppings. Went the distance, now my prep is complete. Just a limb and its will to thrive. It's the arm of the slicer, it's the thrill of the slice. Freshly sliced before your eyes, unlike our rivals. And then every last arriver gets a sub that excites. And it's all thanks to the well-trained arm of the slicer.
Sliced right in front of you. The Jersey Mike's thing. A sub above.
College of the Canyons is always ready when it comes to your athletic future. With 17 intercollegiate sports programs to cheer for, opportunities for student athletes to learn, train, and compete, and a championship mindset that has produced state and national titles, College of the Canyons and the Cougars athletics programs offer a great college experience. Take control of your athletic future at College of the Canyons. Visit canyons.edu/schedule and cocathletics.com now.
At Jersey Mike's, watching them freshly slice your sub is the coolest thing you'll see. And the second coolest thing you'll see is this.
Woo! Here we go. Twirl. Up, big, two. Hand down. One hand, up. Up. Flip.
I could eat.
Sliced right in front of you. The Jersey Mike's thing. A sub above.
Meet Nigel Terry. In 2018, UCLA Health made him Laker for a day. Not because he beat cancer once, he beat cancer twice. He inspired us to push, to make the impossible possible. Because that's what Nigels do. And the world needs more Nigels. UCLA Health.
At College of the Canyons, we're always here to help make your future remarkable. Choosing classes is always flexible, so you can study your way. Learn at one of our 2 state-of-the-art campuses, or from home with our online options. Tuition is always affordable, with classes starting at just $46 per unit. We offer financial aid and 0 textbook cost classes to help you save. Always flexible, affordable, remarkable. Always College of the Canyons. Visit canyons.edu/schedule now.
Our sports medicine program here at College of the Canyons is meant to introduce students who are interested in some type of career in sports medicine. Most of my students are interested in careers as an athletic trainer, physical therapist, or orthopedic surgeon. So when they're done with our program, they will have their Associates of Science. Do you love sports? And do you take satisfaction from seeing someone go from injury all the way back to the sport that they love? Then this is a program you should definitely consider.
Welcome back to Lee Smelser Court at the Cougar Cage. LA Valley will start with the basketball as the Cougars lead 50-31 after the first half. COC 19 of 35, shooting 54% in the first half. LA Valley 13 of 35, shooting just 37% in the first half of play. Very good start for COC. So they got 12 from Joshua Barnett, 10 from Isaiah Ezenwa. And actually, sorry, Canyon started with the basketball, and they'll get an early finish. And so the lead once again. Back up to 19 here for COC. Foul to Alfara. The basket for Valley counted, but the free throw was no good. It's 50-33 here. College of the Canyons in the leads. The Cougars did not get an early finish. I was looking the other way. Heard cheers. Instead, it's a 17, make it a 20-point lead as Barnett knocks down a 3 in rhythm over Humphrey. Barnett now with 15. Canyon continues here early on what started in the first half. Good block by Walker, stretching out to get a hand on the Porter shot. Walker going to get his third foul here. Kind of got just tied up, but picks up the foul nonetheless as he and Humphrey got tied together. Forrester trying to drive, spins. Gonzalez rising up, got a block. Monarchs got the ball back though, but Porter couldn't finish. And Alfara got the rebound. Just the third rebound for Jonah Alfara today. That's how good LA Valley has done today against him down low. Cougars have gotten some cleanup though from Barnett and Savory with 7 and 5. Zenwab with 4 as well. Foul goes against Forrester on LA Valley as Walker was trying to sprint up the floor. Here's Barnett. Now Walker. Lost the ball on the catch. Now we'll send Gonzalez near side. Alfara at the foul line, wanted to get it inside to Ezenwa. Instead, Alfara forced to dribble, had it poked out of his hand. Now with 5 to shoot, gets it to Ezenwa, who gets underneath the basket and finishes. It's a very nice play for the young man there, Andrew Ezenwa, the freshman out of Santa Clarita. Went to Golden Valley High School's got 6 here today. 22-point advantage. Ezenwa called for a late closeout, got his hand on the arm of Zion Lee. That'll be 2 shots for Lee here, who's a 74% foul shooter. .22-point advantage here, 2 minutes into this second half. First from Lee is good. First point of the day for Zion Lee. Second is good as well. Canyon's passing out of the trap. Gonzalez knocks down a foul line jumper. Gonzalez with 7. Canyon's in a zone defense here. Trying to get themselves set now. Forrester trying to drive, runs into Barnett. Now sends it back up high, 6 to shoot. Driving that time was Humphrey, and he lays it in. Good play from Humphrey that time. Stays at a 20-point game, though, for the moment. Barnett a 3 on a little sloppy play from COC, no good. As Zenois able to strip the rebound and dump it to Alfara, who finishes with 2 hands. The rebound was initially picked up by Zion Lee, but as Zenois staying right with it, knocked that out of his hands, got it to Alfara, who finished. Walker trying to draw a foul, no. And then Alfara doing his work on the defensive glass. As Zenois fouled, as he didn't even go in the air, just stayed on the floor. Flying through the middle of the floor was Zion Lee trying to block him, and as he did, he crashed his hand along the glass and crashed down to the floor, but he's all right. Porter out. And Gulo back in. Barnett from the corner off the inbound is good. 18 for Barnett. 3 off a double-double as he's got 7 rebounds in the ball game. Double dribble going to be called against LA Valley. Zion Lee turns it over. The Cougars leading 62-37. Still doing work on both ends of the floor. Best they've looked here through a game. No good on a 3 from Barnett. Rebound, Walker dumps Alfara, backs down a couple of bodies and finishes with the left hand. Alfara is so physical. Walker another rebound. Outlet Barnett, gonna try and go in. Euro step, dumped it off to a Zenois, hit him in the face. And I think Barnett needs to just try and finish that one next time. 27-point advantage here for COC. Savory coming up to the table. He'll check in, as I think they decided Barnett a little tired, needs to come to the bench for a second. Gomari up off the bench. He'll check in to take over for a Zenois. Lead at 27, largest of the day for Canyons. Lee couldn't finish over Savory. Canyons back the other way. Walker, Savory. Savory lost the handle, stolen away, and Gulo ahead. Humphrey driving. Good body control in the air to finish around Walker. It's a transition bucket for Valley off the steal. Canyons will slow back down into their half-court offense. Here's Alfara with the left. Takes his man off the dribble. Alfara in double figures with 13. Lead back up to 27. Gomari going to be called for a foul. 4th foul on Canyons. And Gulo trying to drive baseline, threw it out high. Extra pass, Forrester 3, rattles in. Khalil Forrester with the 3. He's got 6 now. Canyons still out in front by 24. Savory for 3, no. Savory was good early on with 9 points. Valley able to get another bucket in transition. And then a foul off the inbound pass as Forrester tugged on Gonzalez's jersey here. Baptista coming in for Jeremiah Walker. Gonzalez going to draw a foul. Fourth foul on Forrester, so that's going to send him to the bench. Blunt with 15, Humphrey with 12 for Valley. Gonzalez back to the line for COC. Second trip for him today. Third trip, scratch that, as he's 3 of 4, making 4 of 5. Barnett, 18 and 7. Alfaro, 13 and 4. Baptista with 10. All of those 10 for him coming in the first half. And then Gonzalez and Savory approaching double figures. Savory with 9, Gonzalez with 8. Gonzalez no good on the second. Lee comes down with the rebound. 3 on the other side for Humphrey is good. And the lead down to 20 here. It's Humphrey now with 15 in the ball game. Trying to help chip away for LA Valley. Got to start knocking down some shots if they're the Monarchs here, as for if they have any thoughts of coming back. And they need to get misses from Canyons. This is a tie-up. It's LA Valley ball. Off the tie-up. Monarchs 5 of 14 from 3 today. Above their season average from 3, shooting 35%. The Cougars 7 of 15, 26 of 45 from the floor. Above their season averages in both field goal percentage and three-point percentage so far today, and that's been the difference. The defense has played very nicely. The offense has capitalized when they've been given opportunities, although they've slowed a little bit here. And all of a sudden, it's now down to an 18-point game. There's a real quick 5-0 run for LA Valley. And this is what we've seen a lot of from COC this year, trying to avoid it today. Gomari misses going up. Didn't even hit the backboard, missed everything. Humphrey back the other way, gets a lay-in. 7-0 run. Lead is down to 16 here. Barnett and Orbach up off the bench. Savory trying to create for himself. Lost the basketball. Stolen away by LA Valley. Ball loose on the floor, and unfortunately Zion Lee picked it up, threw it out of bounds. It'll stay with Canyons here. Savory off, Alfaro off. As Barnett and Orbach back in. Here's Baptista for 3, it's good. First points in the second half for Isaiah Baptista. Angulo misses short on a layup attempt. Barnett trying to sprint it up the floor, dribbled it off his own leg, was able to keep control. Now going to try and create for himself. Draws a foul. Barnett 2 for 2 from the line on his first trip. Barnett knocks them both down, so we stretch it back out. 21-point advantage. Barnett now with 20 in the ball game. Three-pointer from Blunt was no good, but it worked as a perfect pass as Lee was the only man there to catch and lay it in. Just about halfway through the second half here. Canyons lead is 19. Gonzalez guarded tightly. Tried to force it to Barnett, got it back. Now gets it inside Orbach, but he's stripped. Forrester got a hand in on it. And Orbach going to be called for a reach here as he reaches in on Forrester. Going to be the 5th foul on Canyons. Alfara coming back in for Gonzalez here. Forrester wanted to take Barnett off the dribble, then moves off the screen, got loose underneath, got it to Lee. No good. Lee able to come in and get the rebound, but missed on the putback. Alfaro was able to tip it over to Ortega, or to Baptista, pardon me. And Canyons will go back to work offensively. Physical play down low on that last possession for LA Valley. And Howard Fisher going to want a timeout after that disjointed possession. Cougars will stay with the basketball. It'll be a full timeout, 72-53, 9:57 to go here in the ball game. COC out in front on the Cougar Sports Network.
Meet Nigel Terry. In 2018, UCLA Health made him Laker for a day. Not because he beat cancer once, he beat cancer twice. He inspired us to push, to make the impossible possible. Because that's what Nigels do. And the world needs more Nigels. UCLA Health.
(72-53) Canyons in front. Cougars have yet to score 80 points in conference play. That's an important number because the Cougars are 5-0 when they score 80 or more points, as opposed to just 2-14 when being under 70 points or 80 points this year. So it's kind of been a get to that number if you're COC and keep going, as Baptista will go to the line, draws the foul against Barrera. Baptista misses the first of two. 64% foul shooter on the year. Barrera off. They bring Humphrey back in for the Monarchs. Baptista's second is good, so the lead back up to 20. 73-53 Canyons in front. There's Forrester, works into a shot, knocks it down over the top of Baptista. It's a 2. It's a 20-footer. Canyons lead back down to 18, make it back to 20 as Barnett continues his run today. He's got 22. It's been a strong run from JT Barnett. Watson trying to draw a foul, didn't get it. Easy rebound for Alfara. Canyons works it into Alfara, who steps into a 10-footer, and it's good. It's a good rhythm 10-footer from Jonah Alfara that time. Canyons back up by 22. Too strong on the three that time from Forrester, so Canyons will get the ball back. 15 and 6 for Alfara, 22 and 8 for Barnett, 14 for Baptista, 17 and 4 for Humphrey, 15 and 3 for Blunt, and 10 points for Forrester. Baptista called for an illegal screen. Jeremiah Walker back in for Baptista here. Here's Lee driving. Good athletic move from Lee. Canyons a little disjointed on the defense that time. Had too many bodies on the ball. Both Alfara and Barnett worked off of a screen to the ball carrier, and that left Lee alone. Walker for three from the corner, no good. Orbach the offensive rebound, counted in the foul for Roz Orbach. So Orbach able to finish it off, give him 6 in the ball game now, lead up to 23 as Canyons gets to 80. And a foul going to be called against, I believe, Orbach here. He's going to pick it up for a push. Forrester at the line for 1-and-1 here. Both teams shooting for the final 8:01. And it's actually 2 shots here, as it was a shooting foul. Orbach will come out, Savory will come back in. So Canyons get to that number of 80. Seems to have been the key through the first number of games this year. Let's see if that rings true. Lead is 22. Canyons passes out of a full court press, gets an open look 3 for Gomari, his first points of the game, knocks it down clean. And just like that, it's back to 25 on the other side. Blunt quickly able to finish. Cougars quickly back ahead. Savory drawing a foul will go to the line. So Savory to the line to shoot a pair. 75% foul shooter this year, misses on the first. 83-60 in favor of LA Valley, or excuse me, in favor of College of the Canyons here. Cougars, remember, 0-7, trying to win for the first time in conference play this season. Savory misses both. Missed them both badly. Barnett, another rebound. Give him 9 now in the ball game. Behind the back pass to Savory, who's blocked going up as Forrester got a hand on it. Valley trying to run back the other way, and they'll get a finish from Blunt off the pass from Virgil Watson. And that pace doesn't help Canyons. I would say they need to slow it down. Gomari, an early shot clock 3. Alfara, a rebound, and then a finish with the left hand as he was wide open for 2 quick steps and put it in. 17-7 now for Alfara. Foul on the floor. 1-and-1 for Watson here. First foul on Savory for a push. Zenwa in for Mason Savory. Watson 58.3% from the line. First is good. Second there as well. Virgil Watson calls a timeout. Full timeout here for LA Valley. 85-64, 6:57 to go here in the ballgame. Canyons in front.
Every time you order a hot sub from Jersey Mike's, it's grilled fresh right in front of you. The sizzling, the chopping, the spatula. That's why I bring this. I call it dinner and a show.
Look at that sizzle.
Number 17 for Danny.
Oh, that's mine. Gotta go, Aaron.
Grilled right in front of you. It's a Jersey Mike's thing. A sub above. Mike's thing. A sub above.
85-64. Canyons with a 21-point advantage, 6:57 to go. Both teams in the bonus the remainder of the contest. Cougars led by as much as 27 in the ball game, and they've led for most of it here. Actually, now that I look back, the Cougars have led for nearly all of it. It took 41 seconds for the first bucket to be made. That was Andrew Rosenwa, 19-19. And Canyons has led the entire way since. Has looked very good on both sides of the floor. Their best performance this season in conference play, certain. Offensively and defensively, they take their time here offensively. Walker lost the ball, got it to Alfara, 6 to shoot, now to Gomari. Gomari with 4, foul line jumper is good. Canyons took the full shot clock that time, worked to a shot, got it. Gotta like to see that. We can kind of been sensing this coming from COC. It was just a matter of when. As they've been in most of their conference games, they just haven't been able to figure out a way to finish. And today has been a much better performance as Watson knocks down a 3. Lead is back to 20. As Walker waits for everybody to get in position. Alfara trying to take Lee off the dribble, kicks back Walker for 3 from the wing, no. Zenwa couldn't get the rebound, but it came to Alfara, who finishes off the window with the right hand. Alfara able to alter that one enough on the chance from Blunt. Canyons back the other way, trying to run a fast break. Barnett drawing a foul that time on Khalil Forrester. That'll be the 5th foul on Forrester, so he'll head to the bench. Can end the day for Khalil Forrester. 11 points, a rebound, 2 assists, a block, and 2 turnovers in a little over 23 minutes. We'll get fresh subs for everybody here. Zenwa off, Savory back in. Blunt out as well as Caden Porter coming back in and Chris Barrera in to take over for Khalil Forrester. Barnett makes the first. Barnett with 23. Make it 24. 91-67, so the Cougars get to 91 today. Like we said, kind of could sense it coming for COC at some point here in conference play. It's just a matter of if they can put it all together finally, and today seems like the day they've done it. Lost to Santa Monica 73-71 earlier this week as Walker knocks down a three. Lost to Glendale 65-64. They were tight with West LA and just fell off late, lost by 12. Tight against AVC here at home, just couldn't find a finish. Another game they led is that one missed by Justin Watson. It was pulled down by Walker. It'll stay with College of the Canyons. Citrus really the only game where they lost by a big number, 99-71. We're tied against Bakersfield, lost by 11 to LA Valley on the opener. So they've been in ball games, just have not been able to find a way to finish. This is the second time this season the Cougars have been over 90 points in a game. At 94 right now as Alfara finishes again. Alfara quietly with 21 points, 8 rebounds, 2 assists. Barnett a rebound off of a double-double, but at this point for COC, the individual accolades not much. They just want to win some ball games late in the season. Missed in an offensive board for Lee. Step back jumper, no good. Punched by Gomari to Savory, who runs it up the floor. Savory, the Euro step finish into the lane. Canyons 98, LA Valley 67, under 3.5 to go. Is Zenoir, Ortega, and Harold up off the floor. Or up off the bench, excuse me, getting ready to come out onto the floor. Barnett with a strip. Barnett gonna try and lead the fast break. Finishes with 2 hands. Canyons gets to triple digits for the second time this year. The last time they did that, the very first game of the season, a 101-83 win over Barstow. As now we'll see some substitutions here. Ortega, Harold, and Zenoir in. Alfara, Barnett, and a Walker off. So Barnett's gonna finish with 24 and 9. Alfara gonna finish with 21 and 8. Walker gonna be done with 3 points, 4 rebounds, and 4 assists in the ball game. Played 20 minutes, handled the ball, was a big part of the defensive stops. And now we'll see Savory, Gomari, Zenoir, Ortega, and Harold finish out for College of the Canyons. Gomari, step back jumper from 12, no. Rebound outlet. Blocked by Savory as Humphrey went up. Gomari gonna try for a corner 3 in transition, short. Rebound pulled down by Blunt. Forrester's pass tipped, and Canyons continues to play defense. Gotta love to see that. Leading 101-67. Up by 33 and continuing to do the work that you've done all day on the defensive side of the floor. Good sign of things to come here for COC. Although running out of time in the season. Just 6 games left in conference play after tonight. Humphrey gets that one. So at best, you can get back to 500 in conference play, but you'd have to go on a 7-game win streak, and that includes against West LA and Citrus, who are both right now ranked in the top 25. So, but building maybe for next year a little bit. You'll lose some guys, but trying to build a foundation. Is the Zenoir one of those young men that'll be back as he draws another foul? Zenoir will have some big shoes to fill next year. Jonah Alfara going to be gone, sophomore out of West Ranch. Mason Savory will be out the door as well. Deshaun Harold, Isaiah Ortega, both sophomores, so they'll probably, well, they'll move on. Jeremiah Walker, a sophomore, and Jacob Gonzalez, a sophomore. Gonzalez has been running the point for 2 years just about for COC, so that'll be tough to see him go. Harold, just kind of a glue guy. You like to see him out there. He's had some good minutes. So put some shoes to fill, but you will get Barnett back next year, Baptista back next year, Gomari back next year, and a Zenoir. Under a minute to go here in the ball game. 101-69. Canyon's going to snap the 7-game slide. They'll get to 8-14 and 1-7 in conference play. For LA Valley, 6-12, 2-6 in conference play is Savory with another 3. Give him 14 in the ball game. Highest output of the season for College of the Canyons at 103. And Gulo in garbage time, a little turnaround jumper. Final 30 seconds of the ball game. Would imagine Canyons just runs the offense and does what they want to do here with it. They could just dribble out the final few seconds, but I think they'll continue to work and build for the next one. Zotega drops Zenoir, elbow, jumper, short. And that will pretty much do it for the ball game. One final chance for Valley. And of course we get a foul with .4 left in the ball game as Harold continuing to play defense. He and Corey Blunt have a laugh about it after, as Blunt tried to go up on Deshaun Harold and posterize him, and Harold said, no, I'm gonna just foul you so you can't do that. And they kind of giggled afterwards. Blunt gave Harold a little bit of a hug, as I think Harold said, hey man, sorry to body you up there, but I wasn't going to let you quite finish that one late. I want us to have the exclamation point. And the Cougars will with a 30, maybe a 29-point win. We'll see. It'll be 29, 103-74, but a win nonetheless. The 7-game losing streak over. Canyons finally finds a win in conference play on a very good performance on both sides of the floor from COC. 39 of 66, 59% from the floor today for the Cougars. 11 of 23 from 3. They shot 47%. They held LA Valley to 30 of 71, 42%, and 6 of 20 from 3. They were able to out-rebound the Monarchs by 14. Forced just 8 turnovers aside, but nonetheless a good win for COC, led by JT Barnett with 26 points, 9 rebounds. And Jonah Alfaro, 21 points and 8 rebounds. That'll do it for us here on the men's basketball webcast. We hope you join us for the women's basketball game starting at 5 o'clock here tonight. LA Valley, College of the Canyons, an important game like we talked about earlier in the webcast. Both these teams right in the middle of the pack in the WSC South. LA Valley a game behind College of the Canyons. The Cougars try to keep them at arm's length and pick up another win here today.